Hello, folks. I'm your host, and you can call me SK. Going naked is more fun. Sorry, I mean naked bikes, as these powerful, unfair lunatics prove. But which one is the best? And how do you determine the best, as it's not like a race bike categorized by power-to-weight ratio? So, we've gathered the 10 best super naked bikes you can buy based on looks, comfort, and durability. But which country's bike is on the number 1 spot? Okay, it is hard for me to say that the number 1 is Italian naked bike. Why is it hard for me? Actually, I don't like Italian bikes, they're the rich kids' bikes. But it is still the best on our list. I can't change the truth, like Israel did.
FBI, open up!
But before we get the gears turning, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring the notification bell. Let's dive in. Number 10, KTM 1290 Super Duke R Evo. So, KTM lovers, your almighty bike is last on our list. The reason is that it's a KTM, nothing else. If you want a spectacularly powerful naked bike, KTM has a trio of options: the KTM 1290 Super Duke R, Super Duke R Evo, and the Super Duke RR. We'd go for the middle option. It's arguably the sweet spot, costing many thousands of pounds less than the RR but packing various upgrades over the R, including semi-active suspension. At its heart is the same 177 bhp, 1301cc, LC8 V-twin used by the R, so you won't be wanting for any more buttock-clenching power. That said, a variety of electronics make all that thrust accessible without being too intrusive. While KTM hasn't made the latest Duke more powerful than its predecessor, the current generation model demonstrates improved refinement and manners to make it a more rounded machine than ever. It's a bit of a hooligan, and it's no looker, but if you want to get noticed, no other model in this category will create as much of an impact. Number 9, Aprilia Tuono V4 1100. The second last bike on our list is a V4. Oh no. Aprilia's naked version of the superb RS V4 superbike has been impressive with both its performance and class-leading electronics for almost a decade now and is regarded as the best of all super nakeds. Boosted to 175 bhp in its most recent 1100cc form in 2015, the Aprilia Tuono V4 1100 has been updated 3 times since, with 2 versions, the standard entry-level version and the more formidable Aprilia Tuono V4 1100 factory. Though certainly aging against newer competition, especially the increasingly anonymous styling, the Tuono V4 is brimming with clever tech and gadgets that have filtered down from Aprilia's successful MotoGP department. Indeed, the latest factory version is not only powerful and grunty, it comes with semi-active suspension and class-leading electronics. Think of it as the purest super, hyper naked. Number 8, Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS. Some of us wanted this bike to be at the top, like me. But it's not, and a large number of people in the world don't even know such a bike exists. As far as updates go, the Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS represents a leap over its predecessor in all areas, successfully straddling the accessibility of a milder super naked while tapping into some of the maintenance that defines the so-called hyper naked. Launched in 2020, Triumph has blessed the Speed Triple 1200 RS with a more potent 178 bhp triple cylinder, which sounds irresistible and feels quick without the excess. On the road, it is responsive, yet still refined and flexible at lower speeds, an impression matched by the well-balanced chassis. While the price has risen to just shy of £16,000, the Speed Triple 1200 RS complements this with a plethora of tech and equipment, all assembled as well as would be expected from Triumph. Better still, if the naked RS doesn't do it for you, there is also the Cafe Racer-inspired Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RR with its half-bearing and sports bike leaning. Number 7, Suzuki GSX1000. With the iconic GSX-R1000 fading from price lists, its naked relative, the Suzuki GSX-1000 soldiers on having received its last significant update in 2021. While the sunken, minimalist front-end arrangement won't be to everyone's taste, the Suzuki GSX-1000 succeeds in looking more contemporary than what lies underneath that edgy exterior. Nevertheless, the GSX-1000 has stood the test of time well with its involving riding experience, while the 999cc inline-4 keeps things brisk on the open road. Its age notwithstanding, the Suzuki GSX-1000 is well priced in this company at £11,699, while its mechanicals are sturdy, and the SERS is a value-added boon. Number 6, Honda CB1000R. So here is the most durable bike on our list. Honda has never had any trouble when it comes to practical, comfortable, sensible motorcycle, which is probably why the Japanese giant has always struggled when it comes to building bonkers, badass ones. Based on the previous generation CBR1000RR Fireblade, the Honda CB1000R never quite cut it when first introduced in 2008. Criticized mostly for being a little soft, with its smooth 143 bhp4 being a touch characterless, even if it was a decent, all-round bike. But this latest version, updated for 2021, gets closer to the super naked brief but remains a long way off its distant cousin, the new generation Honda CBR1000RR Fireblade. Dominated by its neo-cafe styling, the chiseled looks are still sharp, while the introduction of the Black Edition flagship during the last update gives the Honda CB1000R range more gravitas with its modest, yet stealthy all-black livery. Alas, the CB1000R is now lacking in most areas compared to the newer competition, not least in the power stakes with its 143 bhp looking pedestrian by comparison. Nevertheless, it's refined and has a sporty undertone, while the chassis encourages you to push on even if there is nothing too super about it in the racy sense. This should all change quite soon, though, with a new, more powerful generation CB1000R based on the CBR1000RRR in the works. Number 5. BMW M1000R. This BMW is one of the most powerful bikes in the naked bike category. After the arrival of BMW's famous M series to its motorcycle division in 2021, and the derivation of the BMW M1000RR superbike from the established S1000RR, the Munich marque applied the same treatment to the super naked category, where the M1000R was derived from the S1000R in 2022 and its return for 2023. Super aggressive styling is essentially the norm for this category by now, and BMW exaggerates this on the M1000R with the addition of aerodynamic wings to the upper part of the front bodywork. That aggression in the styling is matched in the performance, with 0 to 62 miles per hour achievable in 3.2 seconds and a top speed of 174 miles per hour thanks to outputs of 210 bhp and 83 pounds-ft. That's almost 50 bhp more than the S1000R. And, of course, it's all electronically controllable via a suite of assists integrated into the 5 riding modes: Rain, Road, Dynamic, Race, and Race Pro. With a quick shifter, a redline of 14 and 600 RPM, and a titanium Akrapovic pipe, there is little about the M1000R to keep BMW restricted to lowly depths of the super naked class. Really, this one's more of a hyper naked. The fully configurable Dynamic Pro mode is also available with a wider range of setting options as part of the Riding Modes Pro option. With Riding Modes Pro, the new S1000R also features the engine brake control. It satisfies the BMW loyalists perfectly, but it isn't the most exciting selection among some accomplished rivals. Number 4. Kawasaki ZH2. Bringing the blood of Kawasaki H2R into the street naked bike, this looks as aggressive as the KTM Super Duke 1290. But with an amazing boosted power it destroys its rivals in quality power and sound. The ZH2 wears its supercharged heart on its sleeve. So while you're unlikely to sway anyone towards a ZH2 if their heart is set on a Street Fighter V4S, spend a bit of time with the Kawasaki, and you might find you'll have more fun. The Revi 999cc, 197 bhp engine gives the ZH2 ballistic-like qualities, while it certainly delivers when you unleash its full potential by being blisteringly fast with all the whistling blower drive and chirpy overrun that goes with it. While the jagged edges of the design, unashamedly Kawasaki though they are, won't be to everyone's taste, the ZH2 does feel well put together, is compliant at lower speeds, and well kitted out, though. At a starting price of £19,799 it isn't terribly cheap. Number 3. Yamaha MT10. The big daddy among Yamaha's masters of torque range. The 2023 Yamaha MT10 received a major overhaul in 2022 that brings it right back up to the sharp end of the super naked motorcycle ranking. MT10 is the most refined bike in this category of naked bikes, plus quite comfortable with superb quality. With a toned-down version of Yamaha's divisive dark theme styling direction, the MT10 is all the better for it, appearing mean and moody if a little fussy in places, while everything feels well put together and ergonomic once you throw a leg over. Though some may feel a little shortchanged by Yamaha not chasing headlines by mimicking the R1's near 200 bhp grunt, the MT10 feels all the more usable with its 163 bhp and a focus on providing more torquey pulling power lower down the rev range. Little tweaks over the still very capable previous generation have made a positive impact, proving fun to ride, quick enough, well kitted out, and at a starting price of £14,210 good value in this competition. Number 2. MV Agusta Brutale 1000RR. The bonkers Brutale 1000 RR is one of the most powerful bikes here, but also by far the most expensive. If you can stomach the wallet-ruining £32,000 price tag, you'll be treated to a thrilling motorcycle producing 205 bhp from the same inline 4 found in the also spendy MV Agusta F4 1000 superbike. The top speed, if you dare venture to it, is more than 186 miles per hour. The riding position of the Brutale isn't much more relaxed than the bike's fully fared sibling, owing to MV Agusta's decision to dispense with the straight bars that are the norm for naked bikes and fit clip-ons, albeit slightly raised ones. Number 1. Jakati Street Fighter V4. Following its high-profile debut in 2020, the 2023 Jakati Street Fighter V4 has been given a replenishing nip and tuck for 2023 with minor, but well-judged upgrades, consolidating its status as the most accomplished model in this class dynamically. Jakati mostly fiddled the electronics to provide more confidence in sketchy conditions, provide more fun on the track, and, perhaps most importantly, help calm things down a bit on the open road. The base Street Fighter V4 is every inch a playful machine no matter where you take it. This is largely thanks to Jakati's meaty 208 bhp, 11.3cc V4 engine. For the more advanced rider, the lighter Jakati Street Fighter V4S will get you to the ragged edge more quickly. But you won't find a more deliciously entertaining motorcycle in this class, so long as you don't mind splashing out on a hefty starting price of £21,095. That's it. Leave a comment so we can know which is your favorite naked bike. Thanks for watching.